Here's your wrestling news for December 8th, 2020. And your headlines for today include how WWE pulled off 2 Bray Wyatt appearances during main event of Raw. First look at construction of WWE Thunderdome in Tropicana Field. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins celebrate birth of their first child. Retribution loses again on WWE Raw. The end may be near for the group. Match booked for WWE Raw next week. Why Lana cried again. Details on Jackson Riker's new role on WWE television. Why Ronda Rousey is training again. WWE has interesting idea for Charlotte Flair's return. Trey Miguel explains why he didn't sign with WWE. Triple H reacts. Shaquille O'Neal confirmed for AEW Dynamite this week. Jim Ross is retiring soon, reveals plans for his retirement. What happened with John Cena at the movie set of Suicide Squad, and more. We are kicking off today with Raw news, as this week's show saw Randy Orton face the fun-loving Bray Wyatt, though the Fiend also made his presence known. Given how quickly the lights cut out, there wasn't enough time for Wyatt to make the change into the Fiend attire, but now a source for Ringside News has explained how it worked. When the Fiend appeared, the Thunderdome virtual seat screens went black, and the reason why there was no live reaction from fans is because this segment was pre-taped earlier that day. WWE was also running down to the quote nitty-gritty on time, as the show needed to end at a specific point. But fortunately, everything worked out thanks to a lot of planning. WWE was able to pull off this impressive feat thanks to being in an isolated area away from live fans, and now Orton has had a taste of the entity he'll face next Sunday at TLC. Before TLC though, we're looking ahead to this Friday, as the December 11th SmackDown will be the first show from WWE's new home in Tropicana Field. It's been previously reported that Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn, alongside set designer Jason Robinson, were getting plans started for the new venue, and now John Alba has shared a photo of the new Thunderdome currently under construction. As you can see, Tropicana Field has plenty of room for activities, though the stadium also has a colony of pigeons living in its dome, so hopefully WWE can avoid any flybys during WWE programming. Of course, WWE won't have the venue forever, as the Tampa Bay Rays will need their field back in March, but hopefully WWE will be able to tour again by then. At the very least, WWE will hopefully be able to find a home for their third Thunderdome in March, and fans will get to see the complete new Thunderdome this Friday for SmackDown on Fox. One person fans haven't seen in the Thunderdome is Becky Lynch, who relinquished the Raw Women's Championship to Asuka this year when she announced her pregnancy, and now the man is officially the mom. On Instagram, Lynch revealed that she and Seth Rollins are celebrating the birth of their daughter named Rue, and while it's unclear when Lynch or Rollins will be back on TV, that's probably not on their minds right now, and we'd like to send our deepest congratulations to their growing family. Back to the ring now, and Retribution once again lost on Raw, this time to the pairing of Dana Brooke and Ricochet. The match ended with Brooke pinning Reckoning for the win, and given the post-match segment which saw Mustafa Ali yelling at Reckoning for the second week in a row, she may be out of Retribution soon. During the match, Tom Phillips speculated whether Mustafa Ali is manipulating the members to do his will, which certainly sounds like a Vince McMahon line when he's ready for a stable to turn on its leader and disband. From the New World Order in 2002 to the Nexus in 2010, McMahon's track record with booking invading heel stables isn't the best, and it looks like it could be a matter of weeks before Retribution is gone for good. We are looking ahead to next week's Raw, and after Asuka defeated Shayna Baszler on this week's show, their tag team partners Lana and Nia Jax will face off next week. This is all part of the build to WWE TLC, which will see Nia and Shayna defend their women's tag team titles against Asuka and Lana, and whilst a pep talk by the Empress psyched Lana up, her confidence was shaken when she turned around and saw the irresistible force staring her down. Hopefully, Lana will get some revenge after months of bullying from Jax and Baszler, and this whole angle may conclude with Lana getting her first taste of championship gold in WWE. Fans will remember the Ravishing Russian getting emotional in her Chronicles special, as she cried about how some fans treat her, and in a new clip, she got teary-eyed once again when speaking about what she wants to accomplish. In the clip, she said, "Damn it, I want to be a champion," an accolade she hasn't accomplished in her near 7-year tenure on the main roster, and we'll have to see if that comes true on December 20th when she teams with Asuka. Speaking of TLC, there's been talks about Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn facing Daniel Bryan for the gold at the show, but it seems that won't be happening anymore. Ringside News reports that the plan now is for Big E to challenge Zayn for the gold, and unless plans change between now and Friday, fans can expect for that match to be confirmed on SmackDown. Bryan not wrestling Zayn does leave him open for a rematch with Jey Uso, and with rumored plans for Bryan to challenge for the Universal title at the Royal Rumble, it's for the best to keep him away from the Intercontinental title picture. Now, we previously reported that Jackson Ryker is expected to be released in the WWE's next wave of cuts, but it looks like the former Gunner isn't gone just yet. During the WWE main event tapings, Ryker returned as the muscle for Elias, and according to Fightful Select, a lot of people were surprised by Ryker's practice run on main event before they show everyone on Raw. Things could get interesting if Ryker is able to hold on to his job, and if Vince McMahon liked what he saw on main event, then the Forgotten Son may have found himself a new gig with the Drifter. Speaking of returns, Ronda Rousey is yet to re-emerge over 18 months since her WrestleMania 35 loss, but that doesn't mean she's keeping away from the ring. At JLFX Studios, Rousey posted a new video of herself training with Teal Piper, the daughter of the late Roddy Piper, and Rousey explained that she's now learning the basics in pro wrestling because, as she put it, WWE threw her in the ring for a WrestleMania 34 debut without letting her learn the first steps. Former WWE superstar JTG was also there and happy to get in the ring with the former Raw Women's Champion. And although time will tell whether we ever get to see Ronda Rousey back in a WWE ring, she's certainly keeping the ring rust off during this extended absence. One woman who knows Rousey well is Charlotte Flair, who's been out of action after opting to have a surgery she'd been putting off, and given that the Queen is expected to return later this month, we have an idea what she may be doing. According to WrestleVotes, one idea for Flair is to pair her with her real-life fiancé Andrade, with the idea being to use Flair's star power to elevate Andrade into the main event scene. It's interesting that Andrade, a former NXT and United States champion, has been absent from TV in recent weeks, and though he's not been featured, a surprise Royal Rumble victory next month could easily push El Idolo back to prominence. Throughout most of his career, Andrade has worked alongside Zelina Vega, but with Vega unceremoniously released from WWE last month, it may be a matter of time before the Queen is back and by her fiancé's side. Speaking of the Queen, it's clear that WWE has multiple possibilities for when she does return, but Flair is maximizing her time away from the ring. That's according to Devon Dudley, who revealed during a cameo video for a fan that Flair and Alexa Bliss have been in Los Angeles recently filming content for a reboot of the 80s show Punky Brewster, which he's helping to produce. A reboot of the original, which ran from 1984 to 1986, which saw an orphan and her dog be adopted by a grumpy photographer. It's unclear what Flair or Bliss will do on the show, which will be starred by Salil Moon Fry, but it's impressive to see both women seek to reach a wider audience than just wrestling fans. Now later this month, WWE will bring back the Slammy Awards, and fans can have their say for who should win this year. Voting is now open for 10 categories, which range from Superstar of the Year to Ring Gear of the Year, and fans will find out who takes home the coveted statues when the 2020 Slammy Awards take place on December 23rd. One category up for contest is Return of the Year, and though we're rooting for Edge to win, he's not the only person who's come back in 2020. In September, it was reported that Eva Marie had signed a deal to return, though she hasn't been seen since, and whilst it was previously reported that there were no internal talks about her return within WWE, that's also changed. According to PW Insider, Eva is listed as a member of the company's roster internally, but hasn't been assigned a brand yet. According to her Instagram posts, Eva Marie was nowhere near the Thunderdome yesterday, as she was at the Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters in Frisco, Texas, but fans can expect All Red Everything back on TV in the near future. Now, earlier this month, WWE revealed that two-thirds of the Rascals, Desmond Xavier and Zachary Wentz, had joined their developmental program, but Trey Miguel wasn't with them. There's been plenty of speculation about whether he'll go to WWE or AEW, but on Twitter, Miguel explained what's kept him from making a decision. He explained, "I feel like it's worth mentioning, again, that a month and a half ago my nephew was born prematurely and is in isolated care until what would have been his actual due date. Meeting a healthy baby boy is more important to me than anything else. I'm sure you can all respect that." When Triple H was asked during the post-War Games media call about Trey not signing, at least not yet, he said he didn't want to talk about stars who aren't there, adding, "There's obviously a lot that goes into all that, but for me, the people that do come here, it's seeing all the heart and the passion. That's really what it comes down to. It's a passion business. You have to be all in." Poor final choice of words aside, Triple H kept things nice and vague by not addressing the Miguel situation, and whilst it'd be great to see him form the Rascals in WWE, there's bigger priorities right now. Over to AEW next, and after Jade Cargill's promise to bring Shaq to Dynamite, that promise will be fulfilled next week. It's been confirmed that Shaq will address AEW on tomorrow night's edition of Dynamite during an interview segment with Tony Schiavone, though it's unclear what he'll have to say. Given Cargill's comments made at Cody Rhodes, it seems the former TNT champion could be starting a program with the NBA legend, and we'll just have to wait until tomorrow night's Dynamite to find out. Speaking of AEW, Jim Ross is a true legend in wrestling and arguably the greatest commentator of all time, but his career can only continue for so long. That's why during his Grill and JR podcast, the WWE Hall of Famer confirmed that commentating in AEW will be his last gig before he hangs up his headset for good. Speaking of the differences between WWE and AEW, JR said it's a lot harder in WWE if you're not in Vince McMahon's good books, whilst praising Tony Khan's passion for wrestling and inquisitive nature. JR added that he'll continue as long as his work holds up to an acceptable level, and although his days behind the announcer's desk are numbered, good old JR will always remain in the eyes of millions of wrestling fans the greatest commentator in the history of the industry. Back to WWE now, and this year's men's War Game match saw Oney Lorcan bleeding from the mouth, and we've got an update on the NXT Tag Team Champion. As soon as the show was over, Lorcan was tended to by medics at ringside, but seems to be doing much better now as he tweeted out in all caps, "I'm Gucci," and included a photo of himself doing much better. Candice LeRae wasn't as lucky as she reportedly suffered a broken arm during the women's War Games match, and will provide an update on her condition when details become available. And finally today we're focusing on John Cena, who is scheduled to play the role of Peacemaker in the upcoming Suicide Squad film, though this role has brought along a lot of challenges. Recently speaking as part of a CCXP panel to promote the new film from DC Comics, the 16-time WWE World Champion explained that he required a strong stomach for one particular scene. He said, "There was a day when we shot on a rooftop where we're all eating. I had to eat an empanada, and I took it upon myself to try and eat the entire empanada in a seamless take, thinking that it's gonna look great, but it was also a complicated shot for James. 31 empanadas later, Jesus, we got it right." Cena added that he felt like he was going to be sick after chowing down on so many empanadas, and we'll have to see if the sacrifice his stomach made was worth it when James Gunn's Suicide Squad is released next year.